Hi everyone, it's Clyde here, and this week's mortgage video is about 3 frequently asked mortgage questions from my clients. So, the first frequently asked question is, how much of a deposit do I need? And the answer is, it depends. It depends on your circumstances. So you might be a first homeowner. You may not be a first homeowner. You may want to pay mortgage insurance, or you may not want to pay mortgage insurance. So it depends on your circumstances, but generally speaking, most lenders require a minimum of 8% of a deposit, okay, of the purchase price. So if you're looking for a property, you found the property that you would like, that price is whatever the amount is, just be mindful it's 8% is the minimum that you would need as a deposit. And the reason why it's 8% is because if you're borrowing more than 80% of the value of the loan, or the value of the property, then you need to pay mortgage insurance. And so you need to take that into account, and that's why, generally speaking, the minimum deposit needed is 8%. If you have to pay stamp duty, then the other thing is that you have to save up for stamp duty as well. So that's the first point. First question is how much of a deposit? Generally speaking, it's minimum 8%. Second question that I'm frequently asked is, should I apply for a pre-approval first? And the answer is 100% yes. Absolutely apply for a pre-approval first. And the reason you want to do that is because you want to be assured that the lender is going to lend you the amount that you need. You see, if you go out and find a property and you put your deposit down without a pre-approval, the risk that you are going to take is, if you apply for the loan and you get declined, you will lose your deposit. And that deposit could be tens of thousands of dollars. And so that's why getting a pre-approval first is so important, because you want that assurance that the lender is going to lend you the amount that you require. And finally, the third question that I'm frequently asked is, should I go fixed or should I go variable? And again, the answer to this question is just it depends on your situation, depends on your personal circumstances. Sometimes a fixed loan might be suitable for you. Other times, variable might be suitable for you, or a combination of the two. And so what I'd recommend is that you sit with your mortgage broker and ask them which way should you go. Should you go fixed? Should you go variable? And your mortgage broker will be able to help you and guide you and provide you with the advantages and disadvantages with both of those options. So there, my 3 frequently asked questions that I am asked from clients. In summary, number 1 is, how much of a deposit do I need? Number 2 is, should I apply for a pre-approval? And finally, the third one is, should I go fixed or should I go variable? So if you have any questions, please write them below, and I will definitely answer them for you. And finally, remember, I'm dedicated to helping you take actionable steps today for a better financial tomorrow. See you next time. Bye.